Personal air cooler review with built-in nightlight coming your way right now. Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the SmartDevil portable personal air cooler. I did receive this product to review, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product, you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in my video description below. You can see right here how it comes packaged in a nice and simple retail box with really nice design, guys. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the package contents. Here are all the package contents. First up, we have your user guide and manual right here, complete with step-by-step setup instructions walking you through everything you need to know about this product. Next, you can see one of our 2 ice trays right here. So we fill this up with water and freeze it before use. Be careful not to overflow it. Follow the maximum guideline right there on the device. Then we have your USB power cable right here. This end's going to plug directly into the unit, and the male USB type A end will plug into your USB wall plugs or something along those lines to give it power. Then we have the unit itself right here with a nice strap and handle. We can see from this side we have an LED button on it. We have an adjustable front grille so we can control the airflow and where we want to send the air. We have our knob down here at the bottom too to adjust the cooling as well for this device. Then you can see on this side we have 4 feet and some more product information right there. Check it out on this side. You can see our power port and plug. Then we can look at it from the other side. It's identical. It just doesn't have the power option for you. You can see from the back side right here, we have a fan inside the grill. We can remove this water tray as well. Now we can go ahead, we can open up the top. So move the handle back and you can see we have a nice lip we can pull open. That will reveal our second ice tray right here. Identical to the first one with the max fill line for you on both sides. So be sure to follow that when you're filling it up and freezing it. Then we have what they're calling a water curtain right here as well. So get this wet before use too. Have it nice and damp. So that just goes right in there. We can remove the plastic. But that's a quick look at the mini personal portable cooler right here. Now guys, go ahead, fill up this tray with water, stick it in your freezer, let it freeze. Then we're gonna come back here once we have some water in it and that we have this filter wet, we're gonna actually go ahead and try it out. So I'm back now with everything set up and all ready to go. So first up, we rinsed this out, we got it wet, and we stuck it in the freezer per the instruction guide and user manual. So let's go ahead, we can drop that right down into place. So we have it dropped in place and ready to go. Then you can see right here too, we have the water filled up. Now it's frozen at the max line level. So we can also drop this right down and in place too. So line it up with the back side. Then it just goes right in place like that. Now we're ready to put the cap back on. So there you go. You can see it just clicks right back in place with a flush finish right there. Now we're ready to try it out and power it on. So you may notice we have multiple power sources here. This can work with a variety of items since it does have a USB plug. So first up, we have a USB extension cable right here that is connected directly to our computer that we can use to power this. We have a portable power bank right here. We have a USB wall adapter and we have a USB hub right here. So we have a power strip USB hub right there. We can try all these different sources to really test this out. So first up, let's go ahead, let's plug it in the computer. We have it plugged in. Now we just flip this knob. It's on now. We can adjust the airflow to where we want it, pointing it up or down or straight at us. And then we can just rotate the knob to increase the speed of the fan. So that's full power right there. It's very quiet, not too loud at all. It is nice and cool, definitely cooler than a regular desktop fan, just because we have, you know, ice and then that frozen water filter too. So it's definitely blowing colder air on us. So feels good right on my face. It is chilly. Now guys, while we have it at the max setting and powered on, let's go ahead. I got a decibel meter here. Let's go ahead, let's try it out. Let's see the max decibels we get out of this machine. So I'm gonna power it on. Now we're going to measure the decibels. All right, guys, so the max readout we got is 73.3 decibels, so it's very quiet. Now let's go ahead while we have it running. Let's try it out with different power sources. What's really cool about this next source is we can use this with a portable battery bank if we want. So then we can truly have cordless operation, wireless operation. We don't need to plug it into a wall, and we can have this be really portable to take with us anywhere we want to go. So we got it powered on. Now let's go ahead. Let's turn it on. We got the bank turned on, and now we have the knob turned on, and everything's working just fine. So we got our max power again, no issues right there. Still blowing that nice cold air for us. Really nice. We can lower the setting if we want to, slow down the fan. There's our lowest speed right there. Very quiet. Just a slight breeze. Then we can turn it off. Let's try our last two power sources right here. So we have our USB plug. We can go ahead, line it up, power it on. So flip the switch, and there we go. We're in business. We're getting our max speed again. No issues. Then we can slow it down if we want. Just a very light, cool breeze from our portable air conditioner. Blowing nice, cool air for us. Now we can power it off. Let's try our last power source, the USB hub power strip. Plugged in, turned on. No issues at all. Blowing nice air at max speed. Then we can slow it down. No issues right there at all. Now let's go ahead, while we have it plugged in, let's turn off all the studio lights and check out the built-in LED light. So check it out, guys. We have all of our studio lights off right now. You can see the built-in LED light from the front and from the back side. It looks really cool on the back side. You can see how we have our whole water trays lit up right there in the back. Really sharp, guys. A cool blue light. Really like how it looks. Decently bright, too. You can see it's casting a slight shadow as well. Definitely more light coming from the back side of this, but looks really cool nonetheless. And again, the light button's just right here on it. You can easily turn it on and off. Now that we have it plugged in, we're ready for our last test. I have a laser temperature gun right here that we're going to zap on this unit just to see how cool it is. Now keep in mind, this is just for the surface area. I don't have a better way to test the actual air temperature, but we're going to try just by seeing how cold the surface area is on this unit with the air that's blowing at us. So let's crank it up to max speed right here. So let's go ahead, let's get our temperature gun out. Let's see what we get. So right here on the top, around 68, 70 degrees. Let's do the very top too. Showing 63 degrees right here on the top, 68 on the side. Let's go do this side, 63 degrees. Let's see the back side, 70 degrees, 69 degrees on that side. We can check out the tray right there with the water. That's 58 degrees with the melted ice. We can try the other side as well. Around that 63 degrees again. Now let's go ahead, let's measure on the inside where we can. All right, on the filter, we're showing 64 degrees. Seems to be a theme here. 63.8. 65. Right here on the last side of the vents. So around 65 degrees. It seems 63, 65, right around in there is what we're getting for the temperature of this unit on the surface area of it. Kind of just going all around for it. So hopefully that gives you guys a feel of what you can expect. Just to give you a reference, let me shine it on the table. Around 70 degrees in here. 72, 73 degrees on the table. But it seems about 70 degrees right here. And this is running, 7 degrees or so. 5 to 10 degrees cooler with the ice in it. So just keep that in mind. Here, I'll do one more temperature point for you. So the power strip itself showing around 80 degrees, but that's because it's been powered on for a long time and it's technically in use right now. So 80 degrees, 70 degrees for the table, around 63 degrees or so on average for our actual unit, which is nice. Just a nice temperature to have to kind of gauge how cold and cool this is. But pretty nice, guys. I like that it's portable with that USB. You can pair it with any sort of power bank that you want to really take this on the go. Something I noticed with the design that's interesting, and maybe they can improve this in the future, but theoretically, if you wanted to have the strap down to the side, it's going to block your intake for the air pretty substantially. Look at that. That can really block the backside right there for your airflow. So we don't want that to happen. The fan's going to work harder and you're not going to get as much air coming across there. And then same for the other side. If you wanted it this way, it's going to block the outflow of the air too. So you kind of got to keep the handle up here. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, this is definitely a little bit cooler than your typical fans that are going to be on your desk or tabletop. But there's also a lot more work involved with this. You got to freeze the tray every night. You got to empty out the water as well. So just keep that in mind. It's not as convenient, but it is a nice alternative if you want some slightly cooler air. So now guys, it's been running at max speed for 15 minutes and I thought we'd go ahead, we'd look at the progress of the ice melting on the inside and then remeasure it to see what sort of results we're getting. So let's go ahead, let's open it up. First thing out, we can check the filter we have right here. It's dripping a lot of water. Still feels frozen and cold to the touch, but not as frozen as it once was. Now let's put that back in and let's check on our tray back here. Again, this was frozen solid with ice and water. So you can see it right here. We still have frozen ice built up on both sides, but everything inside what I'm calling the radiator, there's no longer any ice in there. So that's going to greatly impact the temperatures that we're getting. Honestly, it just doesn't feel as warm as it once did when the ice was really fresh. I'd say realistically, expect around maybe 10 or 15 minutes of some nice cool air and refreshment, but after that, it's going to get a lot warmer as the ice melts and it just loses its effectiveness. So we can go ahead, we can take our temperature gun again, we can start shining it on it. You know what's funny, I'm still showing, well, 63, hovering between 63 and 65 still as we touch the very inside. We're probably picking up some of the frozen ice still on that filter. Let's try to go right here. But 68 right here. Let's try the other one. See what we're getting. 69. So I'd say we're definitely running a couple of degrees warmer now right on the front where the cold air is blown out, as opposed to 63, 64, 65. We're getting closer to that 70 degree mark. So 5-degree difference. And at that point, that could just be the air that's down here in my studio around 70 degrees or so. So it might just be blowing that air in and slightly chilling it, maybe a half a degree or two. So at that point, you know, I'd say it's probably lost most, if not all of its effectiveness, but it still feels nice right now. But again, that's more of just the breeze from any fan that we get as opposed to the ice and any of that making a difference any longer. Because like I said, it's already been a half an hour. Most of the ice in the main radiator part's melted. Now it's just congregating, you know, at the top and bottom, the two thickest portions of that tray. We can try the top again. Let's see what we get for the top. 70 degrees. See, we're going to be back right at room temperature. 69 degrees. Yep. So again, 70 degrees for the table as well. Now, the water on the backside, definitely the chilliest part. 59 degrees as that ice melts and drips down. 70 degrees on the backside of the unit. So basically, we're getting 70 degrees through and through. So that's going to be, you know, the temperature of this room. So I'd say, yeah, expect maybe 10 minutes on a great day with this getting really, you know, nice, refreshing air. Other than that, it's going to become more of just your regular desktop fan. I can go ahead. We can show you guys the tray as well. Be careful if you're hauling this around. You don't want to spill it, so keep it stationary. To get the tray out, I got to take everything out. So lots of water, guys. Definitely makes a mess. And maybe you can see that too. So we do have a lot of water in the tray as the ice melt. As all the ice melted. We'll go ahead and put that back in. I think my favorite feature is the LED light. I think that looks really cool. Honestly though, guys, for the brief and fleeting cooling that you get, I just don't think it's worth it personally. But I kind of run on the colder side anyway, so I wouldn't find as much value in a product like this, just for my own personal opinion. But I think at that point, just invest in a nice, maybe oscillating fan, tabletop fan, that sort of thing. Because again, there's just a lot of work. You got to freeze the trays every night. You might get 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes at the most, and then you're back to just having this be a fan. So, I mean, you could just use it as a, you know, low-powered fan if you want, which is fine, and then occasionally do that. So you can't go wrong that way, and it does have a built-in LED light. But for my own personal preference, This isn't something I find that much value in. But again, that's just my own opinion. This may be perfect for your needs. So hopefully this video helped you out. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily, and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat, check out our website, and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.